So hello, good evening or good afternoon, and welcome to the Summer Challenges webinar. We are Lessons in Grass, and our goal is to help teachers, parents, or other educators to spend more time outdoors with their children. There are many benefits of outdoor learning that we won't really get into today because it's not the focus of our webinar. But the main point is that today's children are very disconnected from nature, from their environment, and they don't feel safe and home there anymore. And the results are clearly visible in their physical and mental well-being. My name is Anna, and today my colleague Adela is here with us today as well.
Hi, everybody. I just want to say that the summer is very special for us because every year we become nomads for a week or more and go through the landscape with my kids. And this is such a special time when it is very clear that we don't need anything special. We just need ourselves, some food and water, and that's it. And children enjoy it to the top. We don't need any devices, any mobile phone. They don't ask for any artificial toys. They are very content outdoors. So my goal is to allow the most children possible to get to know this miracle of being outdoors.
Exactly. Today, it won't be so much about learning. Actually, it won't be about learning at all, but it will be about enjoying the time in nature and getting accommodated in our surroundings through some experiences that we can get together in nature. Because summertime is a very special time for the kids and even for the parents. We have more time for our children and we should spend more time with them, and children should be more free. So forget all learning and practicing for school. Let them run around, be happy, be free, because they're so overloaded during the school year with all the activities that they have to go through, and their schedule is very tight and they have a lot of extracurricular activities. So let them rest and let them just run around and play around and experience nature as such. So I think we can share the screen, and we're going to share the inspiration that we have for you.
Welcome to our summer outdoor challenges. We have a few pictures to begin with, and we suppose that they will remind you of something. Today's children sometimes can be disconnected from the nature because they are the first generation which spends more time indoors than outdoors. But remember your childhood. We used to wander alone in the nature. We had plenty of time to enjoy ourselves in the greenery. Or it was ourselves, or it was with a group of our friends, or maybe other children in the summer camp. We had time to marvel. Actually, we had a lot of time. We were bored for hours, and it was the best thing for us. We didn't have any fast toys, fast fun. This is one of the best things you can do in the summer. Go and spend some time by the water, and you don't have to do anything. Children will have fun on themselves. You can read a book. These easy challenges will allow you to watch your children. How do they like to play? Every child plays differently, and nature offers wide variety of spaces they can enjoy. Some of them will be admiring details. Some of them will want to build. Huh? There will be some of them who want to build bigger buildings. And summer is perfect for this because you can spend a lot of time at one place so they can return for a few days and they are able to finish bigger plans. Please let them play freely and please show them how to focus on the marvels around them. This is very important. They have the ability as kids, but if they don't nurture it, they can lose it. So you can have adults who don't admire a small beetle of a beautiful color because they lost the ability to do that. We have a lot of friends outdoors we can admire too, but we can always lunches and dinners. And this picture should remind us of that sometimes we are scared a bit to let them play freely. Uh, we we like we like them being safe, well kept, clean, but they need this. What they need also to be free, to wander on their own, to have adventures on their own, even if it seems dangerous for us. This is Sarah, who enjoyed very much packing a big backpack full of stuff to nurture her siblings because she likes to take care of somebody. All the journey she wasn't complaining. She was so happy to carry all the stuff because then she was able to give her siblings food, water, and toys. But after that, we also reminded her, Sarah, it's very good to take care of others, but you should also think about yourself. Now take care of yourself. And she went to watch some beautiful trees and she was happy on her own as well. We had to remind her a bit. Yeah. Uh, Please don't be afraid that you cannot offer your children everything. You cannot offer them white water and so on. They have fantasy. They can play on their own. They will invent things that you wouldn't have imagined. Very beautiful thing is that in summer, what we do appreciate and children appreciate it. They don't have to. They don't have to look beautiful. They can go all. They can spend all the day in one shorts and they go to bed in the same shorts as well. They are dirty. They have ruffled hair, and they don't have to care about these things. So they can immerse in their play really deeply or highly. Uh, a recommendation: let them try the work together. In the summer, it's perfect opportunity to, for example, this is drying hay, and they also can dry uh, herbs. But when doing such a work together, don't make it boring core, make it fun. They will accommodate to working little by little pieces and let them enjoy in between the summer mood.
So what summer challenges do we have for you? Um, of course, this is only a suggestion from our side. You can make your own challenges. And it's great at the beginning of the summer just to sit down with your family, your children, your group, and create a bucket list of all the experiences that you want to go through this summer, and that you want to enjoy. And it will be easier to make plans for you then, um, and negotiate the future plans so that everybody is happy. So just make compromises and keep everybody happy. So these are the challenges that we've prepared for you in this webinar. These we've actually prepared 10 different challenges, but we'll be able to squeeze in this seminar only the first 5 so that we are not too long. But the rest 5 topics will be available in the following webinar, and that webinar will be available on the 20th of July. So the topics for this webinar are: discover your place in nature. That's very essential, the beginning, just to go around and see where you are. Summer by the water, that's very clear. Summer in all senses. Those are challenges if you want to go deeper and explore the place with other senses. Summer full of adventures. This is a very important topic, especially maybe for those parents who are anxious, just to give the kids more freedom and let them enjoy their own way. And of course, we didn't forget the creative children, so we've prepared some creative challenges for them. So let's have a look at the first topic that we've prepared for you. And we can, in these topics, there will be 5 different challenges in each, so that you can decide how deep you want to go into the subject. They are structured according to the level of experience, let's say. So maybe some of them, the first ones, may seem very trivial for you, but you can always move on and skip them and go for the more challenging ones. Discover your nearest green islands around you. This is a very good activity in new places when you're traveling, for example. However, it works perfectly even at home in your own place. Just use a map and look around for some green spaces that you can make some walks to and explore the green areas. It can be a nearby forest, it can be a park, or it can be just a single tree somewhere around. You always can have great adventures in these places, even though they're ordinary. There's the forest, I think, in the next slide. The next challenge is to climb a hill or a mountain or a rock, or even an observation tower somewhere around, because sometimes we don't really have the capacity to look at places from above with the bird's eye view. And it's very important, and children really enjoy it. They naturally, when you get somewhere, they naturally are the climbers. So if there is a rock, they're definitely going to climb it anyways. So try to find some challenges for them in this respect. Kids love this activity, and it opens up their imagination. So pick one of the green islands that you've discovered, and imagine it's a real island, and draw a map, and that it's a secret island. So try to imagine all the creatures that live there and what happens on your island. And children, especially the ones with wild imagination, enjoy this activity. We naturally tend to look for our favorite places in nature. And if you make the place secret, you'll give the whole environment a special, mysterious atmosphere. So choose some safe place where children can walk around and look for their secret places. And the places don't have to be big places for people. They can be tiny for some toys or little characters that they may have with them. But they really enjoy this activity. Kids get really creative in this challenge. Try to invite some people outdoors. It can be a friend or grandparents, some neighbors, whoever, but it doesn't have to be a paper invite. Kids are very creative to make their own ways of inviting people, and it can be 3D invitations. So it can be a handful of blueberries, for example, or some object from a specific place. But it's always great to take more people outdoors with us. And this last challenge shows us a place in different colors. So try to observe your favorite place in the morning, early in the morning, and in the evening during the sunset. And look how the atmosphere of the place is changing. The summer days are long, so it doesn't have to be in one day to see the sunrise and sunset. But it's really well worth getting early sometimes and see the beauty of the brand new day. And for many children, it's really powerful experience, because if you don't have an early riser, it will probably be the first time. And in the evening, the evening colors are they're very powerful to get the sense of calmness and a relaxed atmosphere. And those are the times where children usually open up, and they're available for deep talks.
Next bunch of challenges is summer by the water. Anytime you anchor on a new place, go and find the nearest water in your area. It's essential. May it be a pond, a brook nearby, a spring, whatever. After discovering it, you can make different things. You can observe the life, but here, remember that you are not educating now your children. This is time for enjoying nature. So maybe you have a little inquirer who will ask you repeatedly many questions, and then it's time to answer them. But I suggest that you just give them space for observing what lives in the water, what flies above it, who eats whom. It can be very adventurous for them, and step outside the role of teacher if it's possible. Of course, some children enjoy it very much, and you will tell them names of the creatures and they will be lucky with it. But some uh, like to enjoy, to be free without any mentoring. Can be fun for many children. This is not only plain going to the water. This is a role play. So you can go into the skin of a dolphin, of a crocodile, of whoever lives by the water, and children can play. All they can be dolphins, all of them, or one is shark, others are dolphins. They can really enjoy water and they will stay there for a long time, believe me. You can take your favorite characters also to the water. Uh, it is a port key to another world. They stay by the water. Some kids don't stay by the water naturally for a long time because they don't like to swim so much. But if you offer them such a port key, uh, they will stay there for a longer period because they now open their fantasy and they are building boats for their characters and they are bringing them to various spaces around them, and maybe it will be hard to pull them out from the water. You can also develop various skills on building a boat for the kids themselves. And it won't be you who will be building the boat, it will be the kids. Now it's the summer, it's time for enjoying the time. So you don't have to give them plan how to do it and watch them if they are succeeding and help them immediately if they fail. No, give them their own space and time. Let them uh, let them plan, talk together, cooperate. Let them fail. Uh, let them do what they need. A failure is very important thing. Maybe they won't succeed at all. Maybe they will be frustrated, and they have a lot of space, and you beside them to give them support to go over it. Now is the time. Summer is the best for this. And you can also like interconnect two elements. These summers tend to be very dry, even in our area. It's the summers are now very dangerous. You cannot make a campfire wherever you want, just like before. So by the water, it's usually safer. You want to teach kids that they can make fire outdoors, and you want to teach them also that they must do it safely. How to do it. It can be a very small flame, but they need to come into contact with this element, and they need to know how to work with it safely. So by the water, it's the best chance.
Let's move to the third challenge that we have for you, summer in all senses. Summer is very fragrant, full of colors and different tastes. So we should definitely enjoy it with all our senses. The first challenge is very simple. Just walk barefoot. Choose a path that is suitable for your level of experience. It may be grassy or mossy, soft path, or it can be more challenging surface or different surfaces. Walking barefoot has many, many benefits. It's great for body, for mind, for sensitivity to a place, because when we walk barefoot, we perceive the place differently, and we feel more connected with the place where we are. Other very simple challenge, you may have done it already. However, if you haven't done it yet, you should definitely try it and go and get wet in the rain. You can dance in the rain, you can swim in the rain. Summer rains tend to be heavy but short. So it's great to have this intense experience of getting wet, and it gives the sense of freedom and closeness to the elements. So try this challenge somewhere in the proximity of your tent or your cabin, your house, so that you can change and get some dry clothes soon. Discover new smells and sounds in nature around you. Sounds very simple and trivial, but it's actually not. Because when we are in nature, when we walk somewhere, we tend to occupy our dominant sense, which is sight, and we are very focused on it. But if we block sight deliberately, all of a sudden we discover a wide range of different sounds and smells that are around us. And especially smell is very important because we remember what we smell better than what we see in the long term. So that's why we all have these childhood memories of smelling grandma's kitchen or the hay in the loft, and so on. So try to think of it and give your children these childhood smelly memories as well. The challenge number 4 is maybe for more experienced children, and it's touch. So try to, when you are on a trip, or you play a game, for example, try to pick a game that you touch things around, you touch trees, stones, and the more experienced children or the brave ones can experience how does it feel when some insects crawl on your palm in your hand. And these are very important moments because at that moment nature is not just a setting around you on your way somewhere, but you are actually there in interaction with the surrounding nature. And some children may need to experience this sense of touch with their whole bodies, not just using hands. So it's perfectly fine. Let them bury themselves into the sand. Let them feel hot stones in their backs and massage, rub themselves with rocks and so on. And yet some other kids need some action and adrenaline in their explorations of their surroundings by touch. So you can forget about some meditative mood with these children and just enjoy it. They may seem very unfocused and wild, but the opposite is true. They're very concentrated on what they are doing. Otherwise, they would not survive, maybe. Cloud watching. It's a great activity and beautiful activity on a trip, or when you're snacking and walking somewhere, or when you're just lying in the grass and relaxing. So it's great to do some cloud watching, and it's good to choose a day with nice clouds, of course, and typically we watch the shapes and talk about what does it remind us of. We can observe the speed of the clouds and maybe which direction they're going, what has happened to them. There is the space for the imagination of many children. And there are many games with clouds. For example, when you are on a long walk or long trip and kids are tired or they are bored and you really need to get somewhere. So what the great game is just to walk with the clouds if they're going the same direction. And you can talk to the clouds and just compete with them and so on. The last challenge sounds very simple, but it can lead us to a deeper observation of our place, and it's an understanding of our place, and it's just predicting the weather. So try to observe weather for a day or two or week. It depends on you and your options. Um, but do not really copy the weather forecast into your diary. Try to do it, on the contrary, just try to do it the opposite way. Don't look at the weather forecast at all and do it the old way as our ancestors had to predict the weather in order to have the hay dried, or the hunters and gatherers to avoid storms, and so on. So try to see if you can predict the weather by yourself, just by observing the place where you are, and try to understand it. And of course, weather is unpredictable very often, and currently more and more often it's unpredictable. But it's a good way to connect to your place. So you won't be right all the times, but try it. And some kids are very sensitive and intuitive, and are more connected to the place and to the weather. And of course, you can
They were
maybe
making rainbow, right?
yeah, you can, you can make the weather on
On
your
your own.
own, and see the effects of water on the immediate microclimate.
And I'll try to focus on the fourth theme of summer challenges, and this is adventures, from the smallest. Whenever children have birthday or some special occasion, hide some treasure for them in a secret place. It can be something precious, it can be something simply beautiful or yummy. And second, draw a map to the summer treasure. First, it can be you who draws the map, and then children get accommodated to this, and they will draw maps to the treasures they hide themselves for, and they will make it for their friends or siblings. And I forgot a very important thing. Uh, of course, you will start with these challenges now in summer, and it will be beautiful and pleasant. But as children get accommodated to being outdoors, you can hide birthday treasures even in January. They love winter paths to some treasures. Whenever you are in new place, you want to know where the sun sets and rises because you are of course going to watch it. So this is a good occasion to train kids in, wow, we are in a new place. Where should we go to watch the sunset? And as you make this model role, they will like, it will stay with them and they will catch this costume, which is very important. Uh, you can also play with them. This is a good compass. You can only use a needle with a magnet and a leaf on a puddle, and you will know where the southeast direction is. And then you can use, of course, the watch and watches and know where exactly the south is. But it's too complicated for me to explain you, so you can search for it in the internet. Um, Even the smallest kids can find their way on a map if you make it simple, of course. And in the summer, you have a lot of time for it. So this is a beautiful time for a mistaken failure. And you are not in a rush. You can get your lazy time in the nature and let the kids explore and train their senses. And you will be wandering around, go back and forth, and learn. They will learn. Maybe you will help them from time to time, but it will be fun and they will remember it very well. And next time they will be a step further. Uh, as you go on your adventure trips, you may need to gather, and you need a signal for it. So teach them how to blow a grass whistle, because for some kids it's much easier than make the sound themselves on the mouth. Um, Beautiful hunt for treasures is without hiding treasure. You can go hunting treasures which lay there in the nature around you. So you are visitors to the place, and you can take some objects with you to your home. Everybody does that. And we have a nice idea. You can keep them in a jar. For each big vacation, you have a jar with few natural objects you found in the place, and then maybe after years you will be opening that jars with your kids, and this will bring you very nice memories. And now I really need to go inside and connect.
So now we are coming to the last challenge, the creative summer. If your kids are creative, these challenges are right for you. So the first one is just summer and mud is a great combo. All the mess can be washed away. So make sure that you make all your mud pies and cakes and dinner parties near some water source, a pond or a creek, so that everything can be clean in the end, and everybody. Make a dream catcher for summer dreams. Make it from natural materials. Dream catchers are very popular. All you need is a flexible twig. A large tree is great for that because it's got these little bumps, so that you can fasten the string nicely to it. And as you walk on a trip, or after some experiences in nature, you can weave in some natural materials, some treasures you may find on your explorations, something that reminds you of your experiences. And then you can hang it above your bed. You can take it with you indoors, and you'll have this very nice link between the outdoor and indoor spaces of your lives, and it creates the nice memories. Decorate your indoor spaces with the natural materials. We started with the dream catcher, but we can go on with flowers. So make some wreaths and use flower decorations. Of course, be considerate to nature, and just don't take everything that you see. Try to educate children to build up this kind of sensitivity to their surroundings, that it's home and shelter and food for many other creatures. So they should not take everything away. But definitely don't treat outdoor spaces as a museum. That's not the case. That's wrong. So be considerate, but work with it, and don't be afraid to touch it and take it. And of course, herbs collecting is very important and vital part of our summer. For example, we always dry some herbs for teas or ointments. Whenever we come from some outdoor trips, my children come home with a handful full of some herbs that they find, and we make a tea in the evening from it, and then we recall all the experiences from it, and it's a very nice moment. Making talismans or amulets are beautiful part of childhood. So try not to focus on the talismans that you can just buy, but try to make your own talismans that you can create out of natural materials. You can design them your own way. You can make these little stickmen out of twigs or roots. It can be pieces of bark or some canvas bags full of some herbs or some little treasures that children may find. You can make your own, just use your imagination. And yeah, the musical instruments. Summer is a great time to be outdoors, to sing, to dance, to enjoy the time together with music. So make simple musical instruments out of wood. For example, you can make xylophone, you can make chimes, for example, and enjoy the time in relaxed mood so that everybody feels comfortable. And you can create these musical walls full of different musical instruments that you may gather or create, and invite others to enjoy the time with you there. Make sure that everybody just feels easy and relaxed and enjoy their time. And you can celebrate. You can celebrate some feasts with dance and music outdoors. For example, the summer solstice, which is tomorrow, by the way. So get ready with your instruments. And the last level of this challenge is painting with soil and clay. And you probably know this activity, but it's very nice to explore the different textures and colors and shades of soil in different places. So when you go somewhere, you can take some small containers and take different samples of soils from different places and then make pictures. You can go on, there are many pictures of this. And it beautifully shows the diversity of different places. And it's good to experience that we don't really need some expensive colors, but we can use all shades of the soil and clay. And we're using local colors, so if they should match with what you are painting, actually. And at the end of the summer, you can create a gallery and set up an exhibition of your paintings, and it can be a beautiful farewell party with the summer. So I think these were the first 5 topics that we've prepared for you for this summer. As I said before, we have 5 more. And those are animal challenges, night challenges, summer builders, fighting summer, and tree challenges. And we are going to prepare another webinar focused on these challenges. And you can look forward to this webinar on the 20th of July.
I would like to invite you to one more thing. It's a challenge more for you as a parent. You should write your summer diary, but it doesn't have to be a diary in the sense that you just write many pages every day. It can be something you write and children paint pictures to it. It can be just a few notices during summer of the strongest adventures, what was the best of the summer. Um, it can be pictures they add. It can be ideas they bring you, what you should write. And it also can be some pieces they find somewhere and they peg it to the page. So that they will remember immediately when looking. And another thing, you now have the perfect time to observe how does your group work together. Maybe it will be perfect and there will be no fights outdoors, and it can be on the contrary. The contrary, you can watch them fighting a lot now. Uh, I don't have any solution for this, but you will have time to observe it and to find the reasons. And you have 2 months, or somebody maybe even more, to go through it, find solutions, and be prepared for the next year. How will we work together? I should always also tell you that you you will probably have it in mind during all summer that nature is your best friend. It's the best playing ground. It's a great atelier, as you have seen, with all the colors and mud and sticks. And it is also a good pharmacy. You probably know how to use some herbs, the most frequent ones. There are many herbs that you can dry and use them later on in the winter to help you with a sore throat and so on. By the way, if you want to know more about herbs, if you want to start with your children exploring herbal world, we have ebooks about which are called herbarium, in in which we explain you how to play around herbs, how to collect them, how to keep them, and there are 6 herbs each month, and we have 4 volumes of this herbarium. Forgotten to add a picture of it now. And that great pharmacy and atelier and a playing ground opens 24/7 all the year round. So don't miss it. Spend the most time you can there. Uh, each child plays differently, but that doesn't matter because you have a wide range of toys and play structures there. You can have all the experience you need, all your senses have the opportunity to play. And of course, it gives you many challenges. And all that for free. This is an illustration of how children play outdoors. Every time you find something new, you don't have to be afraid that they will be bored. No, no child is bored outdoors. They will always find something new to do. And if you like inspiration, even after this webinar, uh, please visit our website where we offer you a lot more inspiration. As we have said before, we will show you another 5 groups of challenges for the summer. We also have lessons for you. They are for free, some of them. You can peep in and see how do we design our lessons so that you can use them during the whole year.
If you need some inspiration, just go to our website, and there is a wide range of different activities that are available there for free. And if you want even more or more elaborated lessons and lesson plans focused on different subjects, you can buy some of our ebooks on different subjects, or you can watch our videos. There are small video tutorials on different activities and different subjects. And we are working on video courses. Currently, we have a brand new video course focused on mathematics outdoors. And you can also follow us on Facebook and Instagram. And we have also our YouTube channel. And we'll be glad if you get in touch with us with your summer experiences. So enjoy your time outdoors with your children, and just give them the most precious thing that you can give them, and that's your time. Just be with them and spend some summer adventures together, because children will appreciate it.
Yeah. I would only add hashtag green time, not screen time.
And record all your experiences in your diaries. It's good to maybe make them yourself. That's how it works with my children, that when they create something, they are more likely to use it. So all you need is some old cardboard, some scrap paper, string to tie it together. And some of them enjoy more the making of the diary than than actually writing it. But it doesn't matter. They use it in their own way.
Yeah. And remember, don't work too much, don't educate too much, and enjoy summer.
All right. And we'll be looking forward to seeing you in the second round of this webinar on the 20th of July. Thank you very much for today. Bye-bye.
Bye.